Hey, good morning, everyone. I think it's about 10 or 10:30. I'm here with Buddy. Let me tell you first why I have this towel on my head. I had a stack of washcloths, and I don't know if I forgot them in a washer at the laundromat or in a dryer, but I only have about 4. And anyway, I had a stack of them, and sometimes those washers at the laundromat, especially if you use the little ones that hold 20 pounds of laundry, if you don't give that washer a spin after you take out your stuff, things like washcloths and dish rags and underwear and socks, they kind of get stuck, I guess you'd call it, you know, in the washer part there. And I must have forgotten my washcloths, so they're long gone by now. So anyway, I grabbed this hand towel and wet it with nice cold water. And the reason why I have it on my head is my head really hurts, and for some reason this brings a little bit of comfort to it. It's probably just all in my head that makes me feel like this comforts it, but it does. And Buddy is just resting. The reason why my head hurts is I had a really, oh, someone pulled up next to me, a really rough night. Yesterday, Monster went to my friend that's a groomer and got all prettied up. I put a picture of her. Oh, I don't know if I put a picture of her when I picked her up. Yesterday was a real busy day. Anyway, when I picked her up from my friends, someone that was there, you know, I was holding her and I couldn't see her face, but someone there asked me, does Monster have allergies? And I said, no. I mean, I never have had an issue with her. And they said, well, her eyes, they're kind of weepy, like she's been crying, like she has an allergy. And anyway, I looked and it did look like that. And so my friend wiped her eyes and then put some eye drops in her eyes. And I hadn't noticed until last evening when we were in bed and she was, you know, kind of restless. And I thought, well, maybe she has to go out. Maybe she has to get down and get a drink of water, but she usually jumps off the bed and gets a drink and then comes back up. Well, I got up with her and I was holding her and petting her, and I looked, and her, which eye? I think her right eye. If she's looking at me, well, I don't know, but oh, my head. One of her eyes was swollen and it was shut. Oh boy, did that, you know, upset me. I got one of these hand towels and I wet it with some warm water and I was wiping her eye. And then we went outside. She went potty and I was watching how she was walking and all, and everything was fine except for that eye. And well, she went back to sleep and I was the one that was up most of the night because I kept checking on her and I kept wiping her eye, not constantly, but like every couple hours. And this morning it's better. It's not swollen shut. It is swollen. And I've cleaned it again this morning. And this afternoon I'm gonna bring over to a friend's and they'll put some eye drops in, because I can't hold her and make sure I get drops in her eye. I can't even get drops in my own eye. So it was just a really rough night, and my head really hurts this morning. It's not a migraine, it's just that It's just an ache. And I think we may be in for some rain. I don't know. The arthritis or the degenerative bone disease I have, my bones are really hurting. But this, I don't want to go on and on about all that, but I wanted to explain why I have this on my head. And I'm sure the lady that's parked next to me is wondering too. Buddy, he already knows why, so he's okay with it. Oh, she just left. I want to also, let's see, I got a couple things. I'm just going to do my Red Rover reverse in this video. My glasses just fell. Oh. So I want to do hashtag Red Rover reverse. And if you don't know what that is, check the hashtag Red Rover reverse. And you can also go back through some of my other videos that have Red Rover reverse in the title and find out. There's a lady, she's getting a little bit of exercise. She's speed walking up and down that sidewalk there that's behind one of the restaurants. She's having a good time. Her arms are swinging, and she walks to one end, and like when she turns around, she kind of does a jump. Then she comes and walks back this way. Then she jumps again, walks that way. Hey, she's doing more than what I'm doing. Okay, hashtag Red Rover reverse. The first one I want to send you over to is our sweet Mimi. Mimi had a wonderful channel and she lost it. And you can, I'm going to give you her new channel name, and you can go over there and check her out. But Mimi, she's actually from Massachusetts, where I'm originally from, and she is about 40 minutes from where my city is. And I have said before, I wish I had known her when I lived back home, because I would have gotten together with her. She has a really big heart. She crochets, she knits, and she gifted me a pair of socks last year, which are so warm. Wonderful knitter, wonderful crocheter. Not too long ago, maybe like a month ago, she found herself a little job, like a companion to an elderly person who turns out to not live too far from her. I think like right around the block in walking distance. And it sounds like her and that client have just really clicked. And I love to hear about what Mimi's doing, everything she does. But I'm really been enjoying when she shares things that she does with her client. Because I used to work in healthcare. In fact, Mimi used to be a nurse's aide. I also was a nurse's aide. And one nursing home that I was a nurse's aide in, Mimi's mother was a resident in, but I don't remember her. Well, I shouldn't say that, because I don't even think Mimi's told me her name, but we have tried to figure out if her mother was a resident there at the same time I worked there, by Mimi telling me, you know, what year her mom was there. So long ago, sometimes it's hard to remember for me. But anyway, Mimi's new channel is Kitty Cats, and cats is with a K, Knit Place 68. And I'll have a link to this in the description. Please go check out Mimi and put a comment in her videos, hashtag Red Rover Reverse, and tell her that Miguel from Who Knows 7834 sent you. Now there's two people walking. Okay. Then the other one I want to send you to is Connie from Just Another Stitch. Now Connie, wow. She crochets, she knits, she designs. She is former military, but I forget what branch. I'm wondering if it was Coast Guard. So you ought to go check her out, you know, if nothing else, because she served our country. That's worth checking her out for, and thanking her in the comment and leaving a hashtag Red Rover Reverse. Miguel from Who Knows 7834 sent you. Connie right now is really on this plant thing. I mean, yesterday I saw at one point she crocheted one plant. Well, first she was working on dirt, and I figured out right away she's doing one of those plants. And then the next thing you know, I see a picture of a cat cactus pop up, and then a coleus. And today she's probably got 3 or 4 more plants done. And she has made me want to jump on that plant wagon, because I love plants and I really love succulents. And in the past I have crocheted cactuses and cactus. And I crocheted one time a string of pearls that I gifted someone back home. Whew. I'm thinking I got so many whips and UFOs, and I need to get started on a baby blanket for this this young lady and her husband are gonna have their second baby, a baby boy. Now, when they had their baby girl, I think about 2 years ago, I crocheted them a, it was called the Burrito Baby Blanket, and I did it out of the Red Heart Retro, which they loved. And I posted a picture of it. It's way, way back in my community page, and I probably did a video on it. But the young lady, oh, about 11 or 12 years ago, I used to teach her in Sunday school. And so, and her husband, I've known since he was a teenager, so they have a special place in my heart. And she has 3 other sisters, an older sister, then her, and then 2 younger sisters. And so then I taught her in Sunday school, and I've taught her 2 younger sisters, and the youngest sister I still teach. So they're a very special family. And this young lady and her husband now go to another church, but I'm still gonna make want to make them a baby boy blanket. She's due, I think, the end of April or like the middle of May. So I'm gonna wait until my Social Security check comes the beginning of May, and then I'll get the yarn. I mean, I probably, well, I do have yarn, but you know, I want to make sure I have enough. Oh, Jesus, touch this head. And I'm not sure what kind of baby blanket. You know what? I'm thinking I would like to make them a corner to corner, but I don't know. I've made so many blankets, baby blankets, especially through the years. Okay, so I didn't even tell you Connie's, well, it's just another stitch. I know, I'm all over the place today. This happens when my head hurts. Yeah, so Connie right now is on these plant kicks, and I really want to get on it, but I'm thinking I have a baby blanket I'm trying to finish for friends back home whose son and wife are gonna have a baby, their first baby. I think the baby's due in June. The blanket's more than halfway done. I just gotta sit down and finish it and get that sent off. Then I have another baby blanket started that will take no time to finish if I would just sit down and do that. And now this one I'm talking about, I want to make them a baby blanket. In between, I'm making scrubbies and dishcloths. But now I want to make plants. Someone else just pulled up. Yep, Buddy and I have been busy. If you don't know about Buddy, it's hashtag Buddy and Belle 2024. Now, I let KK know that the hashtag is not working for me, and she checked it and it worked for her, and I don't know. I checked the spelling. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but when I click on it, I get a bunch of police body cams, which I don't watch, so I don't know why that's happening. But we've been busy. Yesterday, we did a little bit of groceries in Aldi, and I posted a picture of Buddy riding around in the grocery cart with my groceries. We also went to the library. He's been to Sunday school. This morning, we're gonna get dog food. And what else? Something else I'm out for. The other day, oh, I did post a picture of those fake Crocs that I like up at Walmart. Now I forgot what they're called. Something shark. And they had one pair, my size 9. And I didn't have the money for them that day. And so I hid them. I probably got to repent for this, but I hid them behind a bigger size because I really want them. I only tried one on, and they're comfortable. And I want those to wear, like, for regular wear and to the doctor, you know. I have these red fake ones that I use to go in and out of the chicken yard because chicken yards can be dirty. And there's been a couple of times that I have gone out to take care of the chickens and I rush off to the doctor's because I like my doctor's appointments in the morning, and I'm either halfway there or already there when I remember, oh no, you got on your chicken Crocs or chicken yard Crocs. Ugh. But anyway, yeah, I have my monster on my mind. I get so upset when my fur babies get not feeling good. But she's eating, she's drinking, she's walking, she's climbing the stairs back into the trailer. She's off the bed, on the bed, going to the bathroom. So, you know, it's just that we'll see. I can show you that I completely finished 2 scrubbies. I have many more. Where's this other one? Well, I had to. Hope I didn't lose it. You're still here? Well, where did that other one go? Here it is. Remember, I showed you when I make them, this one, they're like a cylinder, you see? And then I have 2 tails. One tail where I start and one tail where I end, and then I cinch the tail through around the top, then I cinch this tail through the bottom, and then I pull them, and then with my needle I bring the tail all the way through to the other side and knot it, and you get the idea. And then what happens is they turn out round, See how round and thick. Here's one, and here's the other. Now this is the difference. This is Red Heart Scrubber yarn, and this is scrubber yarn from Hobby Lobby, Yarn Bee. Same hook, a G hook, and same length. I make them 4 inches. These cylinders, I call them cylinders, are 4 inches. I got this one, and I got this one to cinch up, and then I'm working on another one. But that's the size difference between the 2 different scrubber yarns. But I love making them. I've been making these for years, and I have no problem working with the scrubber yarn. They're very easy to make. People that I've given them to have told me they just last. You can put them in the washer, you can put them in the dishwasher, and then you just air dry them, just lay them out. So I'm trying to get a bunch made. I got those 2 made, and I got those 2 cylinders, and somewhere I have another one started, and then I have this that I got from Hobby Lobby clearance a couple years ago that I'm gonna make some. So I got that going on. And also I wanted to tell you, oh, I need that. I need that, very important. You know how I'm getting Meals on Wheels? I am still getting Meals on Wheels. And let me tell you, the big truck, the Meals on Wheels volunteers that I've had have been so nice. There was one guy especially, oh, he was really jolly. Another big truck. And I hadn't seen him. And a couple weeks ago, one of the ladies that comes on Thursdays, oh, she stood outside talking with me for a good while about my chickens and Esther and different things. And anyway, she mentioned that guy, and he's gone on to another, well, I don't know if he's doing now a paid job or another thing to volunteer. These are all volunteers, these Meals on Wheels people, but he was kind of getting overloaded. You know, they were adding more onto his route. And anyway, people have been so nice. Well, Saturday, now they don't deliver on the weekends. Saturday I got a phone call and I answered, and it was the lady who usually brings my food on Thursday. And I wasn't home when she called. But she told me, she said, well, we're out today delivering these boxes. Don't want to. Delivering these boxes. I forgot what she called the box, but it had all different kinds of stuff in it. And she said, I just wanted you to know that I left the box at your door, and when you come home and saw it, I didn't want you to wonder if it was yours or where it came from, so I'm calling to tell you. And so I thanked her, and when I got home, I checked. All this was in the box, let me tell you. Two Tyson Premium Chunk White Chicken Breasts in 2.7 ounce packets or easy open pull tab cans. And I got 2 in the easy open pull tab cans. Okay, 2 Star Kiss Charlie, that's tuna fish if you don't know, lunch to go kit. And it came with 2 little packets of mayonnaise and a little plastic spoon and a little package of crackers. 1 Libby's 4-pack microwavable vegetables, and mine was peas. 2 Campbell's Easy Pulled Tomato Soup cans. 1 10-ounce microwavable complete meal on a grocery shelf with other non-refrigerated microwavable food recommended: turkey and hearty vegetables and chicken, or chicken and noodles. 1 Quaker instant oatmeal in microwavable pouches, 10 pouches per box. 1 package of wheat thins. 1 10 to 18 ounce jar of peanut butter. 1 package of 4-ounce plastic mixed fruit and light syrup or 100% juice. 1 10-ounce jar of Simply Fruit jelly. A box of cheese and crackers containing 6 or 8 packages. 2 bars of soap, and mine was Dove, which I love and which I use because I'm fair-skinned and I have sensitive skin. 1 container of sanitizing wipes, and it's a big container. I forget how many wipes are in it. 1 box of 110 count tissues. 1 pack of 4 toilet paper rolls. And it also had 2 handmade placemats. 1 was oval and 1 was square. Now, some of these I can't eat, so they have found a home. I gave to a friend. I have a friend who has an elderly dad who loves oatmeal. So, and that oatmeal wasn't plain. It was strawberry, you know, just junk, really. Of course, with the diabetes, I can't eat it. And I never really did like that kind of oatmeal. So I gave that, and I gave the jelly, and I gave the peanut butter. And, I mean, hey, it found a home. So what I'm thinking, is eventually, I mean, I don't know how long I'll continue to receive the Meals on Wheels. I thought before I was going to end it, but I've decided to keep on because there's just some days, most days, where I don't have a breakfast, I don't have a lunch, and I'll have my supper. I've gotten kind of better with the breakfast. I'll at least try to have an egg. So I've been thinking, when I get most of these projects done that I named earlier, I would like to make my Meals on Wheels volunteers each a scrubby and a dishcloth. Maybe I'll be ready to do that like around Christmas or Thanksgiving. That's what I plan to do. Now these scrubbies that I'm making now, I'm trying to make a bunch up before Mother's Day and see if I can't sell them because I need to find a way to make some money. In fact, yesterday I was talking with the landlord, who's an entrepreneur, a retired entrepreneur of different ways, and I was asking if I would need a permit, because he's lived here all his life, he knows. I said, you know, I have seen some people, especially at one particular intersection, with a bucket and just a bunch of bouquets of flowers. I don't know how much they're selling them for, but I could do that. If I didn't need a permit, I could get me a chair and sit there. I'm not begging. I'm selling a product. And he said you don't need a permit. You know, and the law really wouldn't bother you unless someone complained. And if someone, I mean, if I'm not knocking on windshields and being obscene, I don't think anyone would complain. No one has complained about this person I've seen, and I've seen this person at the same intersection more than once. They don't have a sign up saying, you know, money's for a funeral, or they're homeless, or they need rent and need food. In fact, there's not even a sign on the bucket saying how much a bouquet is. So it could just be, give whatever you want to give. I mean, I don't know. I should stop one day and find out. But I was thinking, you know what? Maybe that's something I could do. Get me a chair and just sit there with a bucket of bouquets and see if I couldn't make some money. Also, I have so many eggs now. I'm not complaining because there'll come a season where my hens will slow down and even stop laying until they start up again. I am surprised that Lady Jane at 6 years old is still laying. And she is. And I'm thankful for it. So I was thinking of setting something up by the road where I live and trying to trying to sell some of my fresh eggs. I have seen someone in Wiley, where I live, that has a bunch of chickens, and they have a sign out, they're selling their fresh eggs $5 a dozen. There used to be a man that lived across the field that I used to talk to and get advice from. He was an old timer, and I don't know if he passed away or what, but his sign is not out there anymore. He was selling his eggs for $3.50 a dozen. Now this was a couple years ago, but I did learn some things about raising chickens from him. And of course the landlord, you know, gave me permission to set up whatever in our driveway or the entrance to our land. I belong to a couple Facebook chicken groups, and I've seen some people build just a very basic thing. It almost looks like a little dog house, you know, set up on a table, and they'll put their eggs in there, and some of them are doing it on the honor system, where they just trust people to leave money, and also it's like a certain price if you leave an egg carton. So I'm thinking of different things like that, and I was thinking if I could set something up to sell my fresh eggs, I could sit out there, I could be crocheting some chicken things. There's a chicken pot holder or chicken hot pad pattern that's been around since the 70s. I've made it, and I know it's been around that long because I was born in 1970. I started crocheting when I was about, well, between 8 and 9, I think. And I had a great aunt that used to crochet beautiful thread bedspreads and doilies and other things, and she used to make that chicken hot pad or pot holder way back then. And I know that there's been 1 or 2 tutorials up on YouTube. The person claims is theirs, and I think they claim that it's theirs because they change a few stitches. Like maybe it's supposed to be half double and the person did it all in double, or added a little bit of this or a little bit of that, and so now it's their pattern, which I guess it's true, it is, if they change things. But the original chicken pot holder or hot plate pattern, I know, has been around since the 70s. I was thinking I could sit out there and try to sell my fresh eggs, and I could be crocheting that chicken pot holder or hot pad. I could even have some, well, I'd have some already made and put in nice baggies to keep clean, and have them out around my eggs and see if people wouldn't buy those. So I am just thinking how I can make me some money. Oh, have to use the talent, you know, God gave me, since I can't physically go out and work anymore. And I know some people say, if God's given you a talent, use it to bless other people by donating. I do donate. I make things and give to church, my church, homeless people. I do what all of you people do, but there's nothing wrong with also making some things and selling it. Nothing wrong with that. Not at all. So we'll see. Well, Buddy's been very quiet, and I have the window up to here because I don't want him to take a notion and fly out. I don't think he would. He's behaved so far. But I think we better get on our way. This is 35 minutes. Oh, boy. Well, sorry. Uh-oh. Buddy just took a little trip when I moved my seat. Well, we're going to go about our day. And please check out these Red Rover reverses. Hashtag Red Rover reverse. Hashtag Buddy and Belle 2024. Thank you.